Wait, hold on a second. Here's the part where the screen melts. I don't know why it does that. It does that every single time. Every single time. My channel. Volume turned down. And we got 3 people watching now. 1 thumbs down already. I love it. I love it. This is great. All right, hold on. Share, Twitter. Let's go. All right. How you guys doing this afternoon? Whoa! Zippity doo dah. Hi. Yeah, people are pissed. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. I'm Ethan Van Sciver. I'm your host. Yeah, YouTube must be broken. People are getting notices. Well, I mean, you do want to come in here and check things out. I think that's important. You know, even if you're doing other things, even if you're having lunch, even if you're watching TV, even if you're reading the newspaper, even if you're watching Jordan B. Peterson videos, I think now is a good time. Now is a good time to come in and let's talk. Let's talk about what's going on right now because a few days ago. Oh, all right, here's to preface this. Let's just understand. This is my YouTube channel. I am Ethan Van Sciver. I am a comic book artist with 25 years experience in the industry. I am somebody who I don't know. I just had a runaway success with the Indiegogo campaign. How does that happen? How does someone start an Indiegogo for a comic book and end up with 423? I mean, where am I at now? I haven't refreshed it yet. I think I'm at 420. Yeah, $423,300 for a single comic book. And you do that publicly. I mean, the thing about Indiegogo and Kickstarter campaigns, all crowdfunding is done publicly, so people can see it. And it must look fantastic from the outside looking in. Absolutely. You must look at that and go, gee whiz. I mean, what do you do with $423,000? That's a lot of money. Let me zoom in a little bit here. Let's find a good tweet. Give me a minute. Uh, Now, yeah, this is good. Will this be? Will this be the best attended live stream in comics YouTube history? Yeah. Kay Brady, thanks for $3.99. Are you gonna buy each of the guests a medal? A medal. Like what kind of medal? What kind of medal should I buy them? No, what I'm going to do is what I was planning on doing. I mean, we've got this thing called Comicsgate going on. And Comicsgate is basically, from my perspective, and everybody can define this differently, and people can feel free to define this for themselves tonight. I mean, we've got like 12 people coming on. 12 people. But Comicsgate to me is the struggle of, normie comic book fans to against SJWs who have taken over comics and changed comics in a way to use them as bullhorns for their own political agenda, their own ideology, in a way that is not pleasing to the customer who has to pay $4 or $5 to buy one of these comic books. They don't want to do that. You know, it's one thing to have an ideology. It's one thing to want to preach about social justice and talk about virtue signal, et cetera, et cetera. K Brady says $1.99. A medal so no one has hurt fifis. Uh, I don't know if that's going to be necessary. I want to get through this without hurting anyone's fifis. Every single person coming on here tonight, I love, or I'm going to love them because we're all on the same side. We're all on the same side of this thing called Comicsgate. And I understand there are some hurt feelings, and maybe I said something I shouldn't have said. We're going to talk about that in 1 minute. But look, we're all on the same side of this thing called Comicsgate. We all kind of agree. The SJWs are damaging comics. They're damaging them. They're not the same way that they were anymore, and sales kind of reflect that. Comic book sales are in the toilet right now. They're terrible. They're absolutely terrible. Ethan, check notifications. Why? let's see. Oh, let me answer a couple questions. Erp284, hey Uncle Ethan, do you believe your success with your campaign can be with anyone bringing out an indie comic, or do you have a name in the biz? See, that is an excellent question that a lot of people are confused about. People tend to think now, people are going to think that I am able to get you guys to buy anything. I'm dealing with this in a major way right now, where people, I'll be honest with you, are offering to pay me money to promote their books. And they think if they pay me some money, they're all going to get $423,000 on a comic book. This has to stop. This doesn't make any sense. This kind of success isn't transferable. It just isn't. I can help. I want to promote other people if I like the project. That's the other thing. I don't want to promote people if I genuinely don't like the project or I don't like the person. But I do want to help people if I can. All right. Well, but let me back right up again. That's check my Twitter notifications. Um, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see anything new. Yeah. James Ridge, thanks for $5. Was watching your old Marvel videos. You still friends with Jeff Johns, or has he fallen into the SJW pit? Yeah, I saw Jeff Johns in October. That was the last time I saw him. I don't think he's fallen into any SJW pit, but he is extremely busy. And I mean, I'm telling you, as I become more and more preoccupied with work and have more obligations, it is harder and harder to find time for old friends. It is harder. You have to make a real big effort, and more people want to be your friend. A lot of people just kind of come out and say, "Hey, how you doing?" And they want they want some of your time. It is oh, hang on a second. Richard's here right now. Right now. Right now. I think he's gonna ask to come on, but he doesn't need to come on. We're gonna do that tonight. I'm on. Uh, All right, so this is Comicsgate. We are all kind of on the same side. We all kind of agree about the same thing. Now, out of that, the reason why our voices get heard is because we have YouTube channels, and our YouTube channels are utilized to do whatever we want to do with them. I don't want to turn my YouTube channel into a means of promotion for Indiegogo campaigns for other people. I just don't want to do it. I do it for my own, and I'll do it a couple of times for friends, like Zach, who helps promote me, promotes my Indiegogo. I'll promote his. We're good friends, and that's just what good friends do. But people reaching out to me and saying, "Hey, it's not fair because we're all Comicsgate, so it's not fair that you show preferential treatment to one campaign and not another one." You are becoming a kingmaker, these people think, and because you're a kingmaker now, that means you can kind of bestow upon other Indiegogo campaigns, a certain level of success or gravitas. I don't feel that way about myself. And by the way, yes, this is what they're all saying. I don't feel that way about myself. I don't think that's the case. I think that Cyberfrog is popular because Cyberfrog's a really cool character, and because I went out and earned a big audience, and you guys are being kind enough to help me, get Cyberfrog out there. You guys are being kind enough to actually pledge to this campaign because you're fans of the channel, you're friends of mine, you're subscribers. This is this is the way it works. The Terminator. Termite Nader. No, I don't. I mean, it belongs in Cyberfrog, doesn't it? Maybe like a junior Cyberfrog book, CIA bog. Um, yeah, I will. I will be. I will be promoting Red Rooster as well. I will absolutely be promoting Red Rooster. I've made that decision. I like Red Rooster and I like the Brightwisers a lot. And it's not like I don't like everyone else. It's just that they're personal friends, and I really believe in the project. I think it's really good. Andrew, thanks for a pound 99. I'm a little disappointed in Captain Cummings. Well, I'm disappointed in him too. Um, I don't even know what happened. Here's the thing: people are like, you understand? Somebody said you're acting like a prima donna or something like that to me. You're acting, and I'm like, No, I legitimately don't know why everyone is so angry right now. Uh, and then I got three reasons. I got three reasons why people are angry at me right now. First and foremost, there's a comic book coming out from Antarctic Press called Trump Space Force. When asked, I didn't even know who was doing this book, honestly. I wasn't paying attention. I saw some preview art for it and I went, oh God, another Trump parody book. When asked on a live stream with my dad what I thought of Trump Space Force, I said, yeah, I don't, that's not what I want. That's not what I think Comicsgate should be. I have to go back and listen to my exact quote, but I am sure, knowing myself, that I said something along these lines. That's not what I think Comicsgate should be. Comicsgate, this movement, I mean, it can be that, but the idea really is to kind of show up the big two by creating projects and properties, intellectual properties that can stand on their own, that appeal to everyone. You know, I want absolutely everyone to read my comics. I don't want just conservatives. I don't want just Republicans. I don't want just people who think exactly like me. Cyberfrog is going to appeal to everyone. It's going to appeal to absolutely everyone, and that is, that's the goal. I think that should be the goal of everyone who's working in comics. But again, I don't make the rules. I can't tell people what to do. If people want to continue making Trump comic books, like Trump parody comics in the year 2018, um, go ahead and do it. But I mean, if you ask me what I think about it, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest because I have an audience of 67,000 people who, up until this point, are under the impression that I don't lie to them. So if you say to me, "What do you think of this book?" and I'm talking to my 67,000 fans, I'm going to say either In the case of Marvel and DC books, I'm going to say eh. But in the case of something like this, where it's actually political and it applies to this movement that I'm kind of involved in, I might drop off a little bit of an opinion for you guys. And that's not to say the book isn't going to be great, because it will be. The MAGA book that they did, what was it called? What was that other one? Nah, 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 nah. I can't remember. MAGA school something. Well, whatever. I mean, I heard great things about that. And actually, I like the creative staff. I like everyone involved. My Hero Macadamia. Thank you. I heard nothing but great things about it. So it's great. If that's what you want to do, if you want to continue along that road, these guys are the guys to do it. They will make you laugh. They're funny. They do political comics. That's just not what I want to do. And it's not what I want to promote. I don't want to be on my YouTube channel promoting Trump comics. It just doesn't seem productive to me. And I'm sorry for the people who are working on that. I'm sorry that made them angry. I shouldn't have said anything about that. I shouldn't have opened my mouth about that, except that it is a point that I've made over and over and over again, over and over and over again. Politics don't belong in comics. How am I supposed to, having said publicly many, many times, ideological politics do not belong in comics, in my opinion, and then go ahead and promote a book that is manifestly for people who vote the way that I do? How do I do that exactly and not be a great big hypocrite? I can't do that. I just can't do it. So that's why that's one reason they're mad at me, and that is they're saying that that is me being a gatekeeper, and as if there is some gate to success that I am in the way of. I'm not blocking any gate to success. Past me is not the wonderland of merriment and lots of money for comics. I'm not blocking anyone. You can do whatever you want to do. If you're asking me to promote your book, I'll think about it. I'll consider my audience. I'll look at your project, and then I will decide if I want to do that. If I want to actually tell you guys, this is a book that you need to get behind and you should promote, or you should back. I can't do that every single time, and I've got people coming on my ears asking me to do that for them. Yeah, check out the Trump Space Force comic book. I think you should. So I can't really do that. Um, what's another reason why they're mad at me right now? Oh, gatekeeping. So what is gatekeeping? Oh, we're going to talk about gatekeeping tonight. Gatekeeping is a serious thing that I think people just kind of don't understand. I mean, look, in my opinion, The reason why comics are going downhill is because of an invasion of SJWs who care more about uh, using comics as a means to promote their ideology than they do care about telling good, fun stories that people want to read and come back to. That's a good reason why people are walking away from comics. Um, Oh, that's why. Okay, so Sith Kryptonian, $5. Why is Captain Cummings saying you threw shade at Trump supporters? I guess that's what he means. Is when I just said I don't support the. It's not even that I don't support. I don't want to promote the Trump Space Force book. I don't want to promote it. I don't mean that it shouldn't exist. It's just I don't want to promote it. It's not what I stand for. Okay, I'm a Trump supporter. Don't get me wrong, but it's just has that's got to be over here, and we can talk about that on YouTube. But when it comes to the product that we're putting out for people to buy, I don't want to I don't want to do that. So I guess the other reason is that I'm a gatekeeper. I'm promoting gatekeeping, and we are going to talk about that tonight because everyone kind of has to understand what it is that gatekeeping means. Um, Gatekeeping, as Comicsgate understands it, is a bunch of SJWs who are spreading rumors and gossip and threats and coercion in order to keep people who vote conservative out of comics. And that's what that is. And by the way, the conservatives who would be in comics are people that, make money for comics, et cetera, et cetera. Now, it's not the gatekeeping that is the problem to me. And I know this is a difficult thing to master. It's not the idea of gatekeeping that bothers me. I believe in gates. I've used this analogy already. I'll use it again. There's a gate around the zoo, and there are gates around the animal cages. When you have a zoo, you've got all kinds of different animals. You've got giraffes and elephants, and you've got horses. Do you have horses in zoos? Maybe not. Camels. You got gorillas. You've got all kinds of animals. Okay, it's important to have a nice variety of different beautiful animals who people can come to see and enjoy. People come to see those exhibits. Uh, there's another kind of animal that you keep out of the zoo, and that's a rabid dog. You keep rabid dogs out of the zoo. Why? Because they bite and they infect and they kill and they make it so that you can't enjoy the zoo, the rest of the zoo. You keep rabid dogs out. That's gatekeeping. That is gatekeeping, and that is what SJWs are. SJWs are rabid dogs. When you let them into an industry, they do everything that they can to bite, tear down, to destroy, and make it virtually impossible for you to understand or enjoy, for fans to enjoy what they came to enjoy. Here's the umbrella guy. Thanks for $5. SJWs do not belong. I'm very against sitting down with them because they told us to leave, and we did. Now SJWs want in because money, but still act horrid. I don't know that SJWs want in. And the other thing is, there's not anything in. There's nothing. There's nowhere to go. This isn't a thing. This isn't a comic book company. This is just a movement. This is just an idea. There's nowhere to come to. I mean, people say, can you publish my? I'm not publishing anyone's comic. I'm just now. I'm going to publish my very first comic, my very first self-published comic this year. I don't know how to publish a bunch of stuff. I don't know yet. I'm going to learn. By next year, I'm going to have four. I'm going to put out 4 books in 1 year. Um, but there's nowhere to come to. So that's where we disagree. I just think they're looking at what we're doing, and it irritates them because we found a way around them. We circumvented their whole agenda, which was to remove us. Well, we said, well, we don't really need you. We don't need SJWs to be successful. We don't need SJWs to be successful. What we need to do is we need to find a way to only interact with each other until more audience comes on board. We don't care about the SJW creators one single bit. We don't need them. We don't need SJW creators. What we need is the audience. That's all we need. We need the fans. We need the customers. So we come over here. We'll do our own thing. We'll bring our audience with us. And then from there, maybe we can convince more people to come on board. And that's kind of what we're planning. Full Custom Hotbox says, will you have a moderator? I don't know. Do we need one? Or we need a moderator? I am the moderator. I will kick anyone who gets out of line, out of my chat, and that includes the guests. Let me see. Having said that, if you want to get salty, you're allowed to get salty. Um, let's see. Sith Kryptonian, thanks for $5. I answered that one. Dallas said, I thanks for $5. The Trump book would be more of a meme than a comic that would last the test of time. You're right, Uncle A. No, see, and this is the thing. I want these guys to make money. But more than that, I want these talented guys to come over and do comics that will last the test of time. I thought Thump was hilarious. We bought a copy of Thump. I thought it was hilarious. Wonderful. But yeah, aside from that, let's put that down. Let's actually create characters and properties that can be made into movies and film, that can be made into action figure lines, that can actually change the world. Because you can't do that. I mean, you can't. Harry Potter changed the world. You know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles changed the world. You can do that. That's within your grasp. You can absolutely change the world. You can't really change the world by doing Trump parodies all the time. That's just my opinion. You can make a few bucks, but I want to think bigger than that. Um, let's see. Uh, Okay. 97 Buckeye Nut. Thanks for telling us. What percentage of your success is based on Star Wars issues? Oh my gosh. It's hard to quantify. But listen, yeah, a lot. A lot of my success, a lot of the fans that come in and hear me talk, that watch my videos, they're here to listen to me talk about Star Wars. And that's what they like. They like when I talk about Star Wars. I've got comic book fans, obviously, that I've brought with me for the past 25 years. And other than that, what's Zach saying here? No, this isn't. No, 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 no. Just a live chat. That's tonight. He's gonna come on tonight. He's gonna be a part of this. I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the biggest uh, live chat about comics of all time. I gotta finish typing this tonight. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay. Yeah, so maybe a lot of my success is based on Star Wars issues, but check this out. Here's the thing: a lot of the Star Wars fans came and supported Cyberfrog. So these are actually new comic book fans. This is a new audience. This is a new audience. I'm not picking on just the comic book audience. I'm not trying to get from them. I'm not trying. I'm actually trying to build a new audience. Definitely Star Wars definitely helped. Um, Sith Kryptonian, thanks for $5. I don't get it. Is the Trump Force book his? I don't see why he is so salty about it otherwise. No, it's not his. I don't see either, and he won't talk to me about it. The umbrella guy again. Mir Solon, thanks for $5. Capitalism is greater than factionalism. Thanks for keeping the products free of overtly partisan crap. Oh, I just think there's more money in it, honestly, and a bigger future. Angus Dorby, thank you for $10. You don't owe anyone, and you're not obliged to help anyone. Gatekeeping SJWs is simply self-defense, not political persecution. Also, Iron Sight promo video is terrible. Reshoot. Well, he did a better one, but I told him not to put it on his on the actual Indiegogo page. He did a video, and I think it's only like 4 or 5 minutes long. It's incredibly entertaining. It's him doing the voice of one of his comics enemies, recommending that you not buy his book, and it is so funny, and it's the perfect way to sell a comic book. See, that's smart. That's good thinking. It's like that's how to sell comics. You have to be entertaining. So I would go check that out. I just said don't put it on there because somebody's going to say he's making fun of me. You don't want to risk your Indiegogo campaign over that, but definitely leave it on your YouTube. Sierra Whiskey 186, thanks for $4.99. Ethan, thank you for saying politics don't belong in our comics entertainment and actually meaning it. Bought Cyberfrog, first comic since '98 from May. See, that's awesome. Thank you, Sierra Whiskey. Sierra Whiskey, Star Wars, I get it. Okay. Um, yeah, this is the whole thing. We're trying to start a revolution here. That is undeniable. We are trying to show people one at a time how to sell comic books, how to get the audience back that we lost somewhere along the line. That is the main issue of Comicsgate for me. The main issue of Comicsgate is to demonstrate boldly and clearly that treating the customer a certain way and treating the product a certain way will bring customers back to the product. And you can see my success. Although my success is predicated, I think, on a lot of people trusting me right now and just wanting to say we love you and I love you right back. Will I keep these kind of sales on the next three Cyberfrog books and Rainbow Brute #1? That's entirely up to how good Cyberfrog is and if people like it. If Cyberfrog Blood Honey sucks out loud, that number is going to fall to the ground. If Cyberfrog Blood Honey is incredible, I'll actually make more money next time. That is how business is run. Uh, Full custom hot dog. No, no moderator that I can think of. Michael Hand, thanks for 4.99. Uncle E, did you see Roundhead Ryan is venting again on Twitter? No, I'll have to look at that. We have bigger things right now. Right now we got Comicsgate crises. Ollie Mills, thank you for £5. Integrity is important. Once tarnished, it's very difficult to recover. Example: John Campia equals no integrity. Um, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can't. It's a tightrope because it's like I see these guys and I want to give them a hand up, you know. But I mean, honestly, I don't always believe in what they're doing. And this channel, that's not what this is for. And by the way, I would recommend that people make their own YouTube channels. I worked really hard to build this channel up. I put this channel together in October of last year, and I did a video every single day. I never missed a day uploading. I've never missed a day of uploading. Every single day. And I started very awkwardly. You can see my first video where I'm stuttering, and I'm like, let me show you how to draw, this Batman. It was awkward, and it took a long time and a lot of practice, a lot of daily effort to become, able to talk, able to be a good YouTube, broadcaster, and to attract a loyal audience, that will come and listen to me chat in the middle of the afternoon. That takes time. That takes time and energy. So uh, this audience doesn't belong to everyone. It belongs to me. This audience belongs to me. It doesn't belong to these guys. I'm not going to exploit you guys to make other people successful. They need to do it themselves. And there will be times, like, look, if I buy a really great Elvis CD, I'm going to say, this Elvis CD is awesome. You guys need to buy. And Elvis's, estate didn't pay me to say that. That's just how I feel. I'm not going to take money. Well, let me think about this. Am I going to take money to promote something? Yes, eventually I will, but you'll know that that's what's going on. Like if I get, there are some YouTube channels that get like deals with Gillette, and at that point I'm gonna say, yep, I'm a shill for Gillette. I'm gonna do a little Gillette commercial because they're paying us a lot of money, and you'll know that. What I'm not gonna do is I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna sneakily, promote a project or a product to you guys as though I do really like it, and encourage you guys to buy it when all I'm doing it for is reasons that are not straightforward. Does that make sense? Gillette sucks. I don't care what it is. Dollar Shave, yeah, I'll do it. I would definitely do it if the price was right. That would be fantastic. I'd love to make money to advert. That's just part of being a radio show host, and I see myself as a talk radio host right now. So I would like to actually be like, hey, let me take a little moment to pay some bills here. I would love to do that. That'd be hilarious. I don't want to do the squatty potty though. Yeah, best elbow pads. Best, yeah. Well, all right. So we've sold some Gillette razors. Gillette, do you hear that? I mean, I am the man. EVS for Rogaine. Well, you guys have a lot of good ideas. Write to all these people, um, and let them know. Yeah, I'm a shill for the Fabio CD, but I really do like it though. So I mean, that's the thing. Like I promote the Fabio After Dark CD. I really do like it, and you guys seem to like it too. I hope I've sold some copies of Fabio After Dark to you guys. I hope he knows who's doing it. EVS presents Comics of Note. Yeah, I just can't see myself doing it, guys. I can't. I can't. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like a great idea. It seems like a good way to lose your audience, um, and to lose your audience's trust. All right, scrolling back a little bit here. Um, Where we live. There's Edwin Boyette. How you doing? 4.99. Tonight should be good. I'm looking forward to watching. I don't know if it's going to be good or not. I see a lot of very angry people that I thought were my friends, and by the way, they're angry over things that they never addressed to me directly. They gossiped like little SJWs until people started to say they're planning on teaming up again. Guys, you guys don't make me hurt you. I'm serious about this. Don't make me hurt you guys. I love you guys. I don't want to. Well, yeah. Let's see. Who is angry? Sounds more like sounds like more than hurts. Well, no. It's people saying don't just walk away. Is Cecil the gatekeeper? No, we're not joking. Well, I would think that they'd be joking. I would think that they'd be joking. Uh, yeah. I don't know. Here's what they're trying to figure out what my obligations are to Comicsgate. Here's another reason why they're mad. They're mad because another comic book artist who will remain nameless, but you guys will probably know who it is, maybe. Another comic book artist decided that he wanted to use some Comicsgate characters. And by the way, he's going to launch his own Indiegogo as well. He's calling himself Comicsgate. These people feel that he did not suffer the way the rest of us did, and so he has no right to call himself Comicsgate, and he has no right. This is all just ridiculously petty nonsense. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, who am I talking about? And they are mad at me because I gave him validity. I validated him, and all that stuff. And yeah, they feel like he is a carpetbagger. So I'm taking a little heat for that as well. I honestly, guys, if you ask, any one of them who said, "Can I borrow Cyberfrog?" I would say, "Yep." Just make sure you get him right. Any one of them. Just ask me. Just come up and ask me. Any one of them who wanted my help in that kind of a way, I will help you. Just because I'm not promoting your book necessarily on my channel, and by the way, this particular artist, I made him no promise to promote his book. I don't plan on promoting his book on my YouTube. He has his own YouTube. He has his own YouTube to do that. Rob Liefeld's here. Did you miss my super chat again? I don't know. I'm getting through super chats. I'm getting to them. All right, let's see. Uh, yeah. Where did we go? Where did we leave off? Wow, a lot of super chats. Clumsy Cheese, thank you for $5. Do you think Disney would do Cyberfolk justice? If not, why not? Of course they would. They'd be great. Mexi Man and Cheese, thanks for $5. Uncle Ethan, did you see the comic that featured Kanye West chained up with Trump controlling him? They really think very little of us minorities. No, Mexi Man, I did not see that. It sounds disgusting. I don't want to see any of that nonsense. Rob Liefeld, thanks for $10. Hello, all. I'm new to Caps and I'm looking to make friends. Please, this is not really Rob Liefeld. Please feel free to at me if you're looking for a pen pal or simply want a cyber. My email address is tooCuteBooty@hotmail.net. Okay, so that wasn't really Rob Liefeld. That was a parody account, just FYI. Derek the Braga Pabon, thank you for $5. A lifelong comics normie here. Keep doing what you're doing, Ethan. Thank you, Derek. Ito Heguma, thanks for €10. I came for Star Wars. I came for the Star Wars. I stayed for having licked on my butter. My butter. By the way, I don't vote like you. I'm not a conservative. I'm just tired of all the trash characters and fake sci-fi. There you go. That's all it is. Matt Savlar, thank you for $5. Comicsgate is a reaction to the anti-consumer practices that have infested the comics industry. You choosing who or what to promote isn't gatekeeping. They think it is, though. They're calling it gatekeeping, and they're acknowledging that. Well, they do this. They call it gatekeeping, and then they say you're not the leader of Comicsgate. Uh, okay, I'm not the leader of Comicsgate, and but I am a kingmaker. I'm a kingmaker, so I can actually make anyone popular, and therefore I need to. I need to make people popular. It's my job, or at least I need to not run down other projects, and that I agree about. I do regret saying anything about Trump Space Patrol. I don't. I still feel that way. That's my belief. But in that case, I could just kind of keep my mouth shut, and that's certainly not a problem at all. And just wish everyone luck. But yeah, so uh, I'm supposed to help everybody. I guess I'm supposed to decide how to use my voice and my YouTube channel to help Comicsgate grow and to share the success. And probably one of the other reasons is that yesterday I did a video promoting Richard C. Myers' new book, and I made him 4,000 more than. I know they think I only made him $4,000, but what they don't understand is that when I post a live video like this, I do a live video. People actually start buying stuff live, and then the video goes and it gets posted, and then people watch that video, and then they know that they too. I mean, the link is still in the description. I probably made him more like 10 grand. So, just me talking for about an hour, however long it was, I probably made Richard C. Meyer 10 grand. And they look at that and go, well, why are you making somebody who's already rich richer? Well, he's not rich. He's Zach. Field Oberis, thanks for $5. As long as Comicsgate remembers that socialism always ends in starvation and genocide, they'll be fine. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's all they need to do. Um, dun 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 dun. All right. Rose Nervobell, thank you for Canadian 99 cents. Appreciate the donation. Matt Svilar, thanks for $5. I understand your take on not wanting politics in comics, but there's a demand for books like My Hero Academia that need to be served by someone. That's correct. It's, you know, that's correct. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying I don't. It's not what I want to get behind. Got it? Brian, thanks for $2. You're gonna need a bigger belt. Troy Stewart, thanks for $1.99. Cyberfrog beach towels. Oh, I'd love that. Kay Brady, thanks for $2.99. Why can't we all be on? Why can't we all be on the stream? Why? Oh, you mean you want to actually be talking? Hell, thanks for $5. You guys better end this rumble by coming together and singing a song. I will if they will. These guys are showing videos of themselves breaking chairs. They're talking about how this is going to be a big WWE fight. They're going to hit me with a folding chair, and they're breaking chairs. Better not break any of my chairs. The Aereo Pagaticon. Boy, is that hard to say. Thanks for $5. You're a generous guy, Uncle E. But you can't be equally generous to everyone. Some other creators won't get the same attention. That's life. Oh, that's life. Gojira5, thanks for $2. That's $423,300. By the way, if you would like to support Richard C. Myers' new book, Iron Sights, the link is in the description. You can get a copy of Iron Sights. It's a 120-page graphic novel for $20. For $40, you can get Iron Sights, the graphic novel, and the posters. So the link is in the description. If you'd like to support your boy Zach, you can go do that. I didn't put the Cyberfrog link in the description this time. I put Iron Sights in there. My Indiegogo is doing really, really well. I think I'm going to be okay. But if you would like to support that other project, I would appreciate that. I would appreciate you doing that. I think it looks pretty good. Um, yeah. Mr. Snuffles, thanks for $5. I heard Richard promised you his firstborn son, but he doesn't know where he is. Damn. DK Wookiees, thanks for a pound. Pound 99. Hired Toys R Us Phil to pack Cyberfrog. He was cool. Yeah, where is he? What was his? I gotta go back and find that stream. I know his name is Phil, but what was his screen name? He told me it. That is a terrific idea, and he lives fairly nearby. He had a pretty compelling story, and he said he was trying to get out of poverty, and then Toys R Us, that's where he got a job, and then Kathleen Kennedy destroyed Toys R Us, and that ruined everything for him. That ruined everything. I'll take a Q&A now. We never do like a straight Q&A. If you guys just have questions, I would be happy to answer them. Normally, I just go off and talk about Elvis or Star Wars. No, not Fabio. Yeah, I'd be happy. Uh, yeah. Oh, by the way, okay. The T-shirt is coming out. The T-shirt is coming out. It is happening. Let me just show you real quick. You guys have been asking for this T-shirt absolutely forever. We are going to retire the Tico T-shirt. It just didn't sell very well. Tico Soy Wars story. And so we are replacing it. Uh, I'm gonna show you in 1 second. I hope you guys like this. If you don't like it, you can be honest with me. If you don't like it, just say, you know what, Ethan, it's not that good. All right, you just tell me. Hold on 1 second. Okay, wait. Zoom out. Damn it. There you go. This T-shirt. This is the T-shirt. Um, we're gonna. What do you think? Yes or no? We are gonna do more Cyberpunk T-shirts. We're gonna do Salamandroid T-shirts, but we're doing yeah. This better not be porn. Everybody has asked me for this T-shirt. You guys have asked me for this 2 months. I mean, a long time. I just thought it's about time that we did it. We're retiring the Tico shirt. We're gonna add this one instead. I'm gonna promote the living hell out of it. But yeah, this is gonna be our new T-shirt. No, this is the graphic. I decided it should be just simple. It's just like something on the screen that you're gonna click. It'll be subtle. It'll be a nice T-shirt. It'll have the Laughing Man on the shoulder again, on the sleeve. We'll have the Laughing Man logo. So it'll be a nice Comic Artist Pro Secrets T-shirt. It will be available tomorrow. Tomorrow. I just sent this over to Ian at Crypto Fashion. He is working it out. He said this is the end of the month or the beginning of the month or something. So he is expecting to be able to get this shirt up and available by tomorrow. So yeah. It's like I don't want to put too many T-shirts out there at once, but if we're gonna retire one, let's replace another one. Let's put a new one in there. Limited run? No way. I'm gonna do an unlimited run. Yeah, we want everybody to have T-shirts. We don't want to make them too exclusive. Um, Q&A question says Wise Gamer says, can I sell a Cyberfrog action figure? You can make one. I guess you could sell one. What am I going to say about that? But no, you cannot make or sell a bunch of them. That wouldn't be right. Question: will you go on Jesse Lee Peterson's radio show or Crowder, even Alex Jones? I feel like you would hit a million easily, especially on the Alex Jones show. Haven't been invited. Would I go? I don't know. Most of the people who are reaching out to me right now are people that want to shut me down. So I'm getting invites to appear on left-wing shows. And I'm just like, boy, I'd really like to go on a show for once. I'd really like to be interviewed by somebody who agrees with me a little bit, or who might agree with me at some point, rather than all these, maniacs that just, did you really tell a fan to kill himself? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it would be nice. So I wouldn't mind going on Alex Jones or any of these places. I think that would be nice. Let me do some super chats real quick. Got a big one up there. Uh, where did I leave off? Oh yeah. Okay, Dallas Deadeye, thanks for $10. Uncle, you pushed Captain Cummings as the originator of Comicsgate when no one even knew who he was, and now he thinks he is the supreme leader. F Moose. No, he doesn't think that. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know. I asked him. I said, hey, what's going on with you? And he didn't answer. And I started a chat among all of Comicsgate, and he left. He was the only. He immediately hit. It said Captain Cummings has left the chat, and I was like, holy shit. Douglas Porter, thanks for $20. The idea people believe in kingmakers is an indication of what is wrong with them. You've worked hard, put out multiple videos, and oh yeah, worked hard. They want you to wave a microphone and give them a success that's un-American. Well, Michael Rodriguez, thanks for $5. Future T-shirt idea canceled. A Ryan Johnson story. Yes. Yes. Definitely. Absolutely, definitely. We're gonna have to. When that happens, when Kathleen Kennedy's gone, when Ryan Johnson is gone, we have to do that. We have to do a bunch of stuff like that. Comic Artist Pro Secrets Gerlach says, does Cyberfrog have vehicles like Batman? No, no, not right now. I mean, maybe he will eventually, just for fun, but at the moment, no, he doesn't have it. He doesn't have that kind of thing. Triton1, thanks for $5. Will you submit Slave Tico drawing or something else to 2018 Star Wars Fan Awards? There's an Audience Choice Award, so we can vote. Is that right? I will submit it. I didn't know about that. Sith Kryptonian, thanks for 2 hours. Will Cap still be on tonight? I'm gonna extend the invitation to him. It's up to him. I honestly am stunned by the way he's behaving. Nobody understands it. I certainly don't. I do understand why Doug Ernst is behaving the way he is. I completely understand that. He's like, do I have to show people private stuff that we've said to each other? Yeah, Douglas Ernst wants me to illustrate his zombie book, and I said, yeah, I probably will. But I said that in January, and I was still working for DC Comics at that time. He wanted immediate results out of me when I was under contract for at DC. And eventually I just kind of said, probably not. He said, I've never experienced such unprofessionalism. He got very upset with me over not illustrating his zombie book for him. I'm sorry. It was a bad time. It was a bad time to ask me. Michael Pronesti, thank you for Canadian 13.99. Thank you for the new T-shirt, Uncle E. My body is ready to embrace my inner porno nasty. Good, excellent. Yeah, I think people are gonna like the porno shirt. I think that's gonna be great. Um, yeah, found my X-wing. I still have to do. I'm gonna do the Porkins opening. I have to do the Porkins opening. Uh, yeah. How long does it take you to draw and ink one page? It depends. I mean, it can be. It's probably about 20 hours. It's probably about 20 hours to do a good page, a decent page. Um, Nasser 13 is here. Hey Nasser, he says gatekeepers are necessary for big corporations like Marvel. It's pretty much impossible to gatekeep Comicsgate because we also publish that. Yeah, there is nothing to gatekeep. When I say we should keep SJWs out, I mean of the industry. I don't mean of Comicsgate. If I started because it doesn't. It's a loose web. It's a loose network of people who are self-publishing indie comics. But if I started my own company, I wouldn't hire any SJWs, not one. I would look at your social media and I would see how many times you were cursing out the president, how many times you used the word ableism, problematic, all of the, I would check for those words. And if I saw them in abundance, and if I ever saw you say, I'm going to start a thread, ready, go. White men, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'm not hiring you. I'm not hiring you. Toxic masculinity, blah, blah, blah. No. Uh, Uncle E, do you like Mike Allred art? Yeah, I do. I do like it. I haven't seen it in a while. Oh wait, I saw the issue of Silver Surfer that he drew for um, Dan Slott, and it looked good. But I really liked him in the '90s when he was doing Madman. It was terrific. Will the Cyberfrog comic be ad free? Yes, it will be ad free. I'm not selling advertising for. Well, at least the this version will be. I'm still trying to work out if what's the best way to release Cyberfrog to comic shops, and I'm thinking about doing this thing where I split up the 48-page special and the 16-page 1998 Ashcan into three full-size, like 20-page issues. Okay, because if you split them all up, there's enough for a 21-page, 22-page books if I can time them right, kind of. And that might be something to consider. In which case, I wouldn't say that I won't say that there won't be advertising. But in the versions that you guys are getting, the Indiegogo versions, no, there's no ads at all, none. Porkins was always the true master. Uh, a gate in the middle of a field with no fence. That's right. Reed Charles, thanks for $2. We would like to have you Thunderpop podcast. Oh, you want me to be on your podcast? I hardly ever do it, Reed. Like if I'm not running my own YouTube channel, I say no to almost all interviews because I just don't have time. If I'm not talking to my audience, then I'm trying to draw. It's hard to find extra time to do a podcast for someone else. King, but I wish you luck, and I hope you understand. King CCG, thanks for $5. Will you be showing up on TISM with Jeremy Hambley, Bering, and Count Dankula as a guest at all? If not yet, have you been invited? Have not been invited. Jeremy told me about that though. He told me that it sounds like a really good show for him. Um, maybe I'll be a guest eventually. Like I just told Reed Charles, I don't have a lot of time to do too much extra stuff. When it comes to promoting an Indiegogo campaign, I do try to get around a little bit more. But Cyberfrog is still going. It's going to go for another month. I don't know if I'm going to be promoting it as hard. I'm mostly spending my time drawing it right now. JM, thanks for $5. Will you draw a beige demon in the near future? That is from Zach's Indiegogo campaign video, the beige demon. That is awesome. Edwin Boyette is here. What's Edwin saying? Uh, yeah, Edwin says all of these guys have the capacity to come to a successful resolution. There will still be differences in opinion, and that's okay. I don't know. They're swinging chairs, Edwin. What do you think of that? What's your opinion of swinging chairs and also refusing to speak? Uh, does that sound like a successful proposition? No. If some of these guys do show up tonight, there will be it'll be like blood sports. I'm afraid it'll be like internet blood sports. The Aereo Pag Pag Pag. I want to say that right. Damn it. Thanks for $5. What comics writers did you most enjoy working with, and why? What, in your opinion, makes a good writer? I really enjoyed working with Jeff Johns more than anyone else. More than anyone else. What made him good? He was constantly enthusiastic about everything he was doing. Every time he wrote a comic and we were going to do a comic together, we were going to change the world. That was his attitude. So, and I'm sure he treated every artist that way. But I believed him. I mean, that's the difference. Jeff Johns, it was like the captain of the football team. And when he'd approach me, we'd have an idea, we'd be doing a book together. It was like, this is going to be the coolest. Like, this is an opportunity to top yourself. This is an opportunity for us to really shake things up at DC. Like that's so exciting. Um, that's a great way to motivate an artist to do great work. Is just to make him think like he's the most important thing in the world, and this book is the most important thing in the world, no matter what it is. Um, yeah. Nick Zona Trash, thanks for $5. Ryan Johnson's Star Wars trilogy is rumored to be a drama about Porkin's weight loss journey. Well, at least it's Skywalker saga related. I feel like that might be okay. Um, Lola Lovelace says, I've been ill for a couple days, so I have not been in the loop. What's happened between you and Captain Cummings? Um, I don't know. Captain Cummings, at one point, suspected that I might be gatekeeping. Oh, guys, give me a minute. Let me get it. I know you guys don't like this, but my throat is drying out. Let me just get a water, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for that. Apologize for my water drinking. All right, so here's what I know about Captain Cummings. First of all, last time we spoke was the night that we cleared $400,000 on Cyberfrog Blood Honey. And it was a party. It was a 5-hour live stream. You can go watch some of it if you want. Watch all of it. Hilarious, good times. Once we got to 400,000, or once we got to about 400,000, we all started kind of drinking. And I drank, I think I had like 5 beers. So I was a little bit silly. Captain Cummings, I don't think he drank. He turned on some video games. I mean, it was a long stream, so he kind of turned his back to us. He was playing his Nintendo or something like that for a little while. But it was good. He'd turn around and smile every now and then, and it was pleasant. We showed each other our comic books. Then, last night, out of the blue, as far as I'm concerned, because a lot of things kind of happened behind my back, and I didn't understand where they were coming from. Um, uh, somebody asked me if we should keep SJWs out of comics, and I said yes, of course. Yes, of course. What do you think this is? I'm not saying that we can. I'm not saying it's possible. We can't do that. But should we? Yeah, of course. If there was any way to prevent SJWs from ruining comic books the way they're ruining everything else, the answer is yes. And some people stepped up and said, well, that's gatekeeping, and if we do that, then we're just as bad as the SJWs. And I said, no, we could never be as bad as the SJWs, and gatekeeping isn't the issue. It's not gatekeeping that's the issue. It's that the SJWs are gatekeeping. You should keep hostile elements, like hostile elements that are non-productive, out of the work environment and out of the creative sphere. Of course you should. So it's not just the idea of keeping everyone out. It's not like this should be a free-for-all, a free-for-all where everyone can come in and do whatever they want to do. People should be in comics with an eye to make entertainment, but also to try to make money and to stay out of people's way and not cause trouble. And if you're in there to start causing trouble and to exclude people just based solely on their politics, regardless of how how what their comic books are like or anything like that, then you should probably not be in comics. There's nothing I can do about it though. Well, he got very upset, and he got in an argument with one of my a long argument with one of my followers on Twitter, where he basically espoused this idea that everybody is due forgiveness, something that I probably agree with. And he brought up me from a year and a half ago. A year and a half ago, I got in big trouble because I was on Facebook and I was being hounded by SJWs, and they were saying awful things to me about my wife and my family and me. And during I was trying to weather it. I was trying to play it off like it was cool, and I was like, you SJWs, like this is all about Trump. You guys are basically killing yourselves. Like the Democrat Party, you guys are killing yourselves. And I showed a meme, like a 4chan meme, of like a guy with a Democrat Party shirt, like putting his head in a noose, and then like a Republican dude, with an elephant or whatever, a MAGA hat, sitting there watching him eating popcorn. A way of saying, I'm just watching you guys just commit suicide as a national party. And this was just very heated, a very ugly conversation. I was just trying to not let people think that it was getting to me. And some guy said, fuck you to me. And I can't even remember, but I just said, kill yourself, loser, to this guy. Big mistake, awful, but I mean, it's just one of the, like, I was heated, I was angry. So this was a huge, huge, gigantic problem, something that followed me around for a long time. And I made the mistake. This guy pretended, everybody said, oh, he's a fan, he's a fan. He wasn't a fan, he was an SJW that was harassing me. But I made the mistake of apologizing and saying I shouldn't get so angry. Sometimes I guess I have a mean streak. I don't know. Uh, Never, ever, ever apologize to an SJW. Ever. Never apologize to an SJW for anything, even if you are wrong. Never apologize to them. Because what they do is they will take your apology. They do not use it. They don't go, okay, we understand. Or, yeah, we don't understand. And, whatever. We don't like you. Go after yourself. They take your apology and they use it as a tool to beat you down forever. You apologized, so you admitted you were wrong. That is how they operate. So never apologize to them. They don't take it in good faith. And I wish I could just get everyone to understand that. Just learn from my example. So anyway, this conversation with Captain Cummings was going on with this other guy, and and by the way, that led to an article in Bleeding Cool that was really ugly. You can go find that article if you want to. But basically, if you're an SJW, you spread that around. You're like, Ethan told fans to kill themselves. Whew, okay, that's why I don't like SJWs. They lie. But anyway, so in the middle of this conversation, Captain Cummings said, "What, we shouldn't forgive people? We shouldn't forgive people?" Meaning SJWs. He's like, "Should we have forgiven Ethan for telling a fan to kill themselves?" And then he posted the article. Now, I honestly, that was the weirdest thing I've ever seen a friend do to me in my life. That was bizarre. Um, Especially since just 2 days ago, I had him on my show, and I was talking about how much I loved him, and promoting him, and trying to get his channel built back up. He's away. He was at war. Uh, he wasn't at war, but he's overseas. He's serving his country. I love the guy. I love the guy. I don't want to hurt this guy. I don't want to hurt this guy. For some reason, out of the blue, he wanted to hurt me last night. And I wrote to him. I said, "Dude, do you need a nap? What the F is wrong with you?" And he didn't answer me. And then this morning, he continued to get back into an argument with the same guy. And I sent a message to everyone and just said, "Guys, this is all great, but like whatever you want to say, can you save it rather than spilling it all over Twitter? Can we save it for tonight? You just tell a large audience. Don't tell these individuals on Twitter." And Captain Cummings immediately left the group. So I don't know what I did to Captain Cummings. I don't know what I did to him. I don't know. I don't know why he was mad at me. We were fine 2 days ago. He's mad at me now, like to that degree that he would stoop like that. That's about as low as you can go with me. That is about as low as you can go with me. That's a good way of saying I hate you. That's what's going on with Captain Cummings, and we're gonna find out. I'm gonna invite him tonight. We can talk about this. We can see what exactly the issue is. Maybe there is something that I did wrong to him. Did I offend him in some way? I would like to know. Maybe he's offended on behalf of someone else. Um, but this needs to be talked about at least because if it's not talked about, we're not going to be friends anymore. And everybody wants us to be friends. I want us to be friends. That's urgent. And at the same time, I've got Doug Ernst over here saying things like, what the hell is he saying? Um, oh, he's angry at my gatekeeping comment. He's talking about how I don't know. Doug Ernst seems the angriest of all of them. And I'm going to talk to him too. We're going to do all this tonight. That's why I'm saying this is going to be the biggest live stream of comics history. This will be. I don't want to fight. You guys have to understand. I do not want to fight. I think I made one mistake. My one mistake was that I kind of inadvertently and without thinking ran down the Space Patrol book, and I'm fully prepared to apologize to those guys. They are not SJWs. I have to remember that when I'm talking to thousands and thousands of people, and if I have nothing nice to say about somebody who I don't not like, and I have, I don't know these guys really, but I don't wish them ill at all. We're kind of on the same side. I should keep my mouth shut. So I'm gonna apologize to those guys. As for this other bullshit, uh, you know, yeah, that's different. This is all different. Um, it's the Bloodsport's implosion of Comicsgate. Well, I don't know what to say. I mean, that would be very sad if that's the case. If that's the case, if this is the implosion of Comicsgate right at the point where we are winning, then Mike Miller says, "Are you cutting out the carbs, eh?" Apropos of nothing. Yeah, all I ate today was some pulled pork. So that it's not. I'm cutting out the carbs, but it's not great. When was the last time I had carbs? Not since we spoke. Not since we spoke. Um, Guys, we're gonna fix things. Don't run down Captain Cummings. We're gonna fix things. Something's wrong. I did something wrong, or he misunderstands something. One of the two. We're gonna work things out, and we're all gonna be buddies again. We have to. Uh, Net Cyber says, let them get their own audience and not bother ours. Is it bothering you guys? You guys not want me to do this? ZZ Fly says, stop all the infight. I don't want to infight. I'm happy. I have a successful Indiegogo campaign. We've firmly established Comicsgate as a force to be reckoned with at this point. We have incredible voices all over YouTube that are changing comics. We're getting mainstream attention. Why would there be infighting? Why do you think there would be infighting? Why do you think there would be infighting at this point? If there's Fox for $5, you guys should hash it out without an audience. People act differently if folks are watching. Please don't let this community schism, please, and no kayfabe. I don't know what that means. Uh, um, hmm. All right. Matt Svillar, thanks for $5. It really seems like people are expressing their insecurities and personal frustrations through the guise of gatekeeping, which is unfortunate. S. Grace, thanks for $5. Have you read the Terminal Lance graphic novel, The White Donkey? It's great and brutally honest take on the Marines and tragedy of war. Highly recommend. Oh, I'll check it out. Smoking Six Gun, thanks for $5. Thank you for Cyberfrog. The way you draw him really shows that you care about it. Don't take this wrong, but it reminds me of how McFarlane drew Spawn. Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Red9, thank you for $5. Speaking as a moderate liberal, I appreciate your focusing on all of us and not just one side. Thank you, Uncle Ethan. Pristine Texas, I think it's Pristine TX. thanks for $2. You have your fans don't need Comicsgate. Um, well, I'd like to think the Comicsgate needs me, and they need everybody. They need all of us. They need articulate voices. People who actually can formulate a thought and get it out there and convince people. Um, Honer Tim says this us or them mentality on every issue is moronic. Brad Noble says, I don't care, just bring in Edwin. Well, that's how people feel. Everyone loves Edwin. He is reasonable and logical, compassionate, practical. He's all those things. He's a great guy. Um, Frank Smirkoff says, EVS, if you and Cap fight, you need to do it DB Dragon Ball Z style. Cookie Brain says, the ego, man. What, my ego? Is my ego out of control? Uh, well, because I said Comicsgate needs me. That's ego maniacal. Um, yeah, I don't know if it was meant to be egomaniacal. It's just that I how can I not stay humble? Yeah, I don't feel like I have an ego. I'm being practical. I'm saying I have an audience of 67,000 people. I can sell comic book. Comicsgate does need me. Comicsgate needs me. Of course they do. We all need each other. But I don't think it's a matter of being arrogant or conceited to say that. It's a simple fact. Just the same way I'd like to think the Comicsgate needs Captain Cummings. We need Doug Ernst. We need everybody with their own perspectives and point of views. We shouldn't be fighting. We should have arguments. We shouldn't be fighting. Michael Rodriguez, thanks for $5. Good luck tonight, Ethan. Mending fences is not easy or fun, but it's the right thing to do, and I believe it's worth it. God bless. It is ego. It is ego, says Mars 10. Yeah, you have a fragile ego, says Winston Smith. We love your ego, EVS. Now, hang on a second. Fragile ego. All right, yeah, Comicsgate needs you, says Elijah Zubaili. Any comic artist in need would feel your past pains for motivational purposes. Comicsgate needs everyone, says Matt Savlar. Yes, absolutely. Well, that's what I'm saying. When people say, Comicsgate doesn't need you or you don't need Comicsgate, you have us, which is what was said. And what was said to me was, you don't need Comicsgate, you have us. And then I say in response to that, yeah, but Comicsgate needs me. What am I turning my back on everyone just because I have my audience? Is that ego? Bill Cipher, thanks for $2. Stay above the drama, do more portfolio reviews. Yeah. Douglas Porter, thanks for $4.99. If more people were eaten by bears, fewer people would worry about hurt feelings. Just saying. Yeah, that's true. Better mend fences in private, Uncle E. Well, I can't. Put some Cyberfrog on that iPad? We can do that. Yeah, well, I can't. I can't do it in private because they're not answering me in private. Everyone is still upset. All right, we're putting My Girthy Stallion on there instead. Yeah, this better not be porn. I love My Girthy Stallion. There he is. That's what he looks like, Mike, by the way. That's what he looks like. Is Brett Smith coming on tonight? He seemed annoyed for some unknown reason. I don't know. Who cares? To me, this doesn't seem bizarre, says Edwin Boyette. When I was in the infantry, we brawled, but we'd figure out, since we were all on the same bigger team, men have tempers, this is normal. Steven, thanks for $1.99. It's Cecil's fault if you think about it. I am going to think about it and figure out why it is Cecil's fault. I'm ready to agree with that. Patch it up and focus on Disney and SJW comics again. Should I just ignore this? Do you want me to not do it? Yeah. Pin drop, thanks for $4.99. Was Elizabeth Brettweiser dropped from the Brubaker team due to politics? I have no knowledge of that. Yeah. Mike Earthy Stallion is awesome. Yeah, I mean he's a big, thick horse. I would give him something between his legs. Like next time I draw him, like there's gonna be a shadow down there. Uh, JamCal X, thanks for $5. I hope you got the Star Wars video link. You asked me to email you yesterday. Also, are there ninja in Cyberfrog? Fandom menace. Criticism is not hate. Yeah, I got the video. Thank you so much. There are no ninjas in Cyberfrog that I know of. Not yet. It could happen, you know. But right now we have bigger problems. We have giant hornets. Um, Isometric says, EVS, I've shown a load of people the piano stuff. Uh, they have expressed interest in both sheet music and lyrics. Oh, no, no, no. No, nobody needs to do that. Nobody needs to be playing my songs unless you guys want to. If anybody is able to do a cover version of one of my songs, oh yeah, I would like to hear it, especially if you're actually talented. Comics Legend says DVS monetize off the drama. It's the American way. Ooh, dude, how funny will it be if like they all show up and I just get pegged with super chats and just spend the whole night reading super chats off? Can you imagine? I don't. I'm gonna have to turn off super chats. I think that would be. I can't. That'd be the worst situation ever. That would make it 50 times worse. Lucifer Love Monkey, thanks for $5. Cecil leads Comicsgate. Well, there you go. And Cecil does. Cecil does lead Comicsgate in many ways. CPP 733, thanks for $10. Every time you have an old Comics Pros in live chat, the discussion lasts 5 minutes. Cecil logs on, then it becomes a 2-hour Cecil show. Yeah, I know. And everyone loves Cecil. Uh, everyone loves Cecil, and they're like, "When's Cecil coming on?" I'm like, you guys love Cecil, but then when Cecil comes on and he interrupts like a conversation, like a normal conversation, my comments section is furious with me. They're like, you keep listening to this minority of people, vocal minority that talks about Cecil. We can't stand Cecil. Stop putting Cecil on here. He destroys the whole conversation. Stop putting Cecil on. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't know what to think now. But I've decided the way to do it is just to go, okay, there's a serious conversation and there's a silly conversation. And so when I know I'm going to have a silly conversation, I'll invite Cecil on. But this tonight, can you imagine Cecil being on this tonight? We can't do that. Fukanai says, I call bullshit on that. You do? Um, Now we are a minority. That sounds familiar. No, listen, I have no idea. I would like to do a poll and find out of the 1,074 people here, how many people would like Cecil on and how many people would not like Cecil on. Yeah. Mike Miller says, you just said you don't know what to think. Captain would call you a thought. LOL. Yeah, do a Twitter poll over Cecil. Uh, yeah, see, look at it. If you look at it, it's pretty even. I don't think it's a minority. I think it's pretty split. I think it's pretty split. Chuck Graham, thank you for 279. Y'all need thick skin. These things will occur. Well, I agree. No, yes, no, no, no. I don't know. Yeah, no Cecil tonight. There's no way Cecil's coming on tonight. He knows that too. By the way, I know you guys think Cecil's crazy, but we have regular conversations. We have regular conversations, and he totally gets it. I'm like, you realize that when you come on the show, it becomes all about you. It's the Cecil. When you're here, it's the Cecil show. You are Jerry Lewis, and that's fine. I mean, there's a time for Jerry Lewis, definitely. Cecil is the adopted son of BVS. I don't know. I feel like Cecil's older than me. Yeah. Lola Lovely says the Cecil effect. Cecil shows up, and here's the good thing about it, though. And Cecil is right about one thing. Somebody pointed this out to me, and I didn't really realize that it was true. But Cecil does make me money. And when Cecil shows up, I mean, it's just super chats like come flying in. People want me to say things to Cecil, and they pay me to say things to Cecil. And it's like I wasn't even aware that it was happening. But somebody says when Cecil comes on, your super chats blow up. I'm like, oh my god, you're right. Rome Grown says, EVS, you're being such a soy-soaked biatch today. Don't blame your comments section for not having Cecil on. Did I blame my comments section? Um, Remember, the thing about Comicsgate is that we do listen to our customers. That's a major thing about Comicsgate. This is no different. I mean, yeah, this is a means. My YouTube channel is a means for me to say whatever I want to say. But this is also an entertainment program that is business. I mean, you guys come and you watch, and if I'm not producing the kind of content that most people want to see, then I got to change that. So, if you guys say no Cecil, no Cecil, what am I doing having Cecil on? However, it does seem like enough people want Cecil on, and Cecil's very popular here on my channel, not in his own channel. He's popular here on my channel. His own channel is a bomb. His own channel. How many? Well, maybe I'm wrong. I haven't looked at it in a while. Let me just see. How many subscribers does Cecil have at this point? Because he comes on here and he's got 3,000 people chanting his name, and that's unusual. But you go to his own channel, and it's very kind of, was he at 5,000? Cecil. Dick. I have to do this. Why do I do this to myself? Cecil. Yeah, he's got 3,000. No, he's got 3,288 subscribers. But he comes here, and people are chanting his name like he's you too. Justin Paris, thanks for $2. Shapiro Show. You already know he's a fan. If he invited me, I don't know how to get on these things. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to get on the Ben Shapiro show. But I would get on there. I would talk about SJWs. I'm not locking the gate on Cecil. I'm just saying every now and then. What I'm actually doing for Cecil is I am. Oh, here's Doug Ernst. Doug Ernst is talking about the book deal. We got to do this. Dun, dun, dun. You can see my face. Hi. I'm wearing my hat. Ethan Meskyver's not talking about a book agreement we had before tonight's live stream. He says, I'm mad at him because I got impatient. Wrong. Why is he doing this now? Here's a glimpse of the truth. I expect professionalism. Bring it up face to face tonight. Thanks. Working out. He sent me the book. Hope all is well. Oh, here's a bunch of emails he sent me that I didn't answer. Yeah. Okay. Busy, as I said. All right. Well, that is there we go. A mystery solved. Doug Ernst that is why he is angry at me. He's angry because he wanted me to read his zombie book and then illustrate it, and he had to wait a month. He had to wait an entire month. No, I'm not shaking. What do you guys think of that? Ouch. Shots fired. Trial by combat. Here we go. Doug can go pound sand. Water your beard. What's wrong with my beard? Well, how am I supposed to nip this in the bud except for have a conversation about it? It's like, what exactly am I supposed to do? He's angry because you brought it up recently. Well, that's what he wanted to bring up. No, I just brought it up here on the chat. He said, "Don't let me." He said, "Ethan, if you want to talk about who's being a man and who's not being a man, don't make me reveal private conversations that we had." And I was just like, "Well, you can do that if you want. I'll actually reveal the conversation myself. This is what happened between us. You wanted me to illustrate your book. You showed me your book in January when I was still under contract with DC Comics and trying to work, and I never had time to read it. And I'm really, really sorry. Can't do it. Couldn't do it. It was bad timing." Yeah, so he just tweeted that just now because he's listening to this and he's going, well, I'm going to get ahead of this. Now I'm going to show the emails. Now I'm going to show the emails that I sent you that you ignored. Did you realize how many emails I get and how very, very busy I am? And reading a manuscript about zombies is going to take a little while, especially when I'm still under contract with DC. But I was already talking about getting out of my contract with DC all the way back in January. He's pissed off you went and worked on Cyberpunk instead. Ethan is an old man. He can't do everything. Yeah, absolutely. No, I took no money from him at all. Zero. He would bring that up. Bitbeam Cannon, thank you for €5. Simple misunderstanding. Ethan wants to keep social justice warriors from mainstream comics. That's correct. Uh, Indie comics is the place for people with honest agendas of any stripe. Well, that's correct. I mean, the whole point is that you know, you shouldn't force people. Like people want to buy Spider-Man, people want to buy Batman, people want to buy Superman. You shouldn't force them to read your political agenda and make them pay for it. That's not what they want. That just isn't what they want. Everybody's talking about praying for Doug. All right, so what do I do, guys? Do I apologize to Doug? Do I apologize to everyone? Do I tell everyone that I'm really sorry that I can't be everything for everyone at all times? What do we do? No. What is my attitude about this? I can't. I don't call him. No. Trebuchet. We got one yes. We got one yes. Dirty laundry in private. I can't. It's this isn't something. I would love to air dirty laundry in private. I would love to talk things through. They don't want to talk. Offer them a free cyber frog ash can. uh, yeah. I'm not going to tell him to kick rocks. We know what happened to the last guy who told people to kick rocks. That didn't go over too well. Yeah. Well, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. My attitude is just going to be peacemaker, like the Lord. Uh, yeah. We'll let people talk. You know, whatever he wants to say, he can say. If he's mad, he's mad. He's allowed to say that he's mad. He can explain how I wronged him, and he's gonna have an audience to do it. This is gonna be the biggest live stream in comics history. I'm trying to think, could there possibly be a bigger comics live stream? I really don't think so. I'm gonna leave the super chats on. I'm gonna leave the super chats on. Doug says, "Good question. Never heard back from him. Radio silence. He's gonna ask me about it tonight." Oh my God, this is awesome. Let's do it. Pristine Texas, thanks for $5. You and Doug need to strip down to your inexplicable jawbreaker style gorilla underpants and go total kumite, blood for the blood gods. All right. Uh, Let things cool off. No, no, no. It's better when they're mad already. Keep them mad. Let's talk about it while there's still emotions. Uh, Robert Anderson, what would Jesus do? Hey, just let people nail him to a cross. I think. Is that what you want me to do? I can't always do what Jesus is going to do. Jesus was submissive and he had a role to die for man's sins. I'm not dying for people's sins. That's not. Yeah. What would Cyberfrog do? Exactly. Jim Bobo, thanks for $2. Apologize or oil wrestle, whatever works. Neither of those. No, no. Wait, hang on, back up. I will apologize. Uh, I will apologize if I need to. I'm not. I'm not above. I'm not above apologizing to real people. I'm telling you, do not never apologize to SJWs. But I'll listen. Downshift, thanks for Canadian $5. Remember the infighting with the drama channel? Scarce, leafy, grade, drama alert. It ended well for no one. Please stay the course. Yeah, but Doug says I'm not going to let people lie about it on live stream to thousands of people. That's what he just tweeted out. Doug, what if I'm lying, Doug? Come correct me. Come correct me. Whatever I'm saying that's wrong. I feel like I just gave a pretty. I feel like what I just told my audience and then what you just showed them pretty much lined up. If you're listening right now, what I told them, which caused you to show your emails that actually kind of proved nothing. They just went unanswered. It's what I told my audience. I said, yeah, you sent me a bunch of stuff, and I didn't respond to it. Sorry, I couldn't do it. So I didn't have time. I was still working on comics. In June of this year, I was working on God, was I drawing Zod? Was I drawing Zod? It's awful. Bad times. Yeah, I was doing Hal Jordan. I just don't know what it was. I'm not sure. And I had like 5 more issues to go. It's like, well, you got to do, and I ended up doing 4 of them, and I just said, please, can I just leave? And they were nice enough to let me out of my contract 1 issue early. Uh, yeah, but that's it. And so, I'm sitting here looking at a zombie screenplay or a zombie script for a book, saying, yeah, I might be interested in doing this. And then fully aware, I believe, that I'm working at DC Comics under contract. Maybe you didn't know that. Maybe I didn't explain that. Uh, got very impatient with me. You gave me a month and then started yelling at me. By the way, I don't like to be yelled at about somebody who's trying to get me to draw their project. I've never, let me think, how many times has somebody asked me kindly to draw their project and then yelled at me a month later about my professionalism? Has that happened before? Uh, yeah. And maybe, I mean, I don't want, again, you guys yelled at me about my ego. Screw you, EBS, says Brad Noble. But yeah. The Pee-wee, thanks for $1.99. I love yelling at you. Roundhead. Carl Hongus, thanks for $1.99. This is what the SJWs want, divide and conquer. I'm right here, says Douglas Porter. I know Brad Noble. Love you. And my ego is just right. Can I just, I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound egocentric. And it's not, but you just have to understand one thing. There's no need for humility when you're being talked to like this, when you're treated like this. There's no need to actually feign humility. Doug, I'm a really famous comic book artist. I'm a really, really famous, very, very busy comic book artist. And for me to consider drawing your zombie book is a boon. It's a big deal for you. It's a really big deal. You know whose book I illustrated? Dr. Jordan B. Peterson's. You're Doug Ernst. Get over yourself. I was doing it because you were a friend, but I needed some time. I needed a little time because I had other things on my palette, had other things on my plate to do. So you being upset that I didn't answer you and read your entire book in the course of a month. Hey, Doug, Jordan B. Peterson asked me to do his book and gave it to me in July. I finished it in November. I didn't even get back to him until September. Maybe you're new to this. Of course Peterson paid me. Jordan Peterson paid us very, very well. We spent that money on a beautiful wedding. Me and Andrea got married in November, and that was quite a thing. The Pee-wee, thanks for $1.99. Who the hell is Doug? Well, he's not Jordan B. Peterson. That's who Doug is. But it was worth it. That book paid very, very, very well. And I'm trying to be nice. What do you want me to do? I gotta sit there and be submissive to this dude when he's saying shit like this? And pretend that it's like alternate reality? I mean, come on now. Let's get real for 1 second. Let's get real for 1 second. That's reality. Drink water. Oh. All right, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. Marsupial Gamer, thanks for $5. Here's the thing, though. If you didn't have time, you shouldn't have said yes, in my opinion, or you should have been explicit about the time needed. Why? That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Me saying yes means, yeah, I'll probably do it. Give me some time. Dr. Jordan B. Peterson didn't flip out all over YouTube, all over Twitter. He checked in on me. He said, "How you doing?" And I said, "I'm busy. I'm busy. I'll get to it. I'll get to it." He said, "Okay." All right. Well, now it is going to be savage tonight. Now it is going to be savage. Andrea needs to simmer EVS down. C. Brown, thank you for $2. Donate tonight's super chats to a children's hospital. Let me think about where I like the idea of donating the super chat somewhere, but not to a children's hospital necessarily. It's too cliche. Where can we donate super chats? Let me think about it. I love the idea of that, of a charity. I love that. I think it's a good idea. What do you guys think? What kind of charity should it be? J. Stephens, thanks for $2. How do you exclude gatekeepers? You have to gatekeep. Well, I'm not the NRA. I like the idea of the NRA. The NRA. Douglas Porter, thanks for $4.99. This is hard. You keep saying my name and hurtful things. I wish I was eaten by a bear. No, no, no. Don't be eaten by a bear. I'm sorry. I'm talking about a different guy. Yeah. Donate it to cyber. People are saying the NRA. I think almost everybody who is going to be in the chat tonight would agree to donate it to the NRA. Lucifer Love Monkey, thanks for $2. What's the start time? 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 9 p.m. So that's about 5 hours from now, 5.5 hours from now. We'll go live with this, and hopefully everybody shows up. But I can't promise that everybody will. So there will be some more people. Timothy Lim is going to be in there. Captain Cummings might not be in there. Captain Frugal is definitely going to come. I invited Captain Frugal. I thought he'd be good. I'd really like to have everybody from Comicsgate. Richard C. Meyer will be in there. War Dogs. What is War Dogs? Gojirify, thanks for $2. Donate to the remake The Last Jedi. Alright, that made me laugh out loud. Donate all the super chats to remake The Last Jedi. Oh my god. That would be funny. That would be funny. Well, it is a scam. It is a scam, but that would that's why it would be funny. Donate them to Ivan Ortega. Why does Ivan need to make the movie? To remake the movie? I'm not donating to ISIS. You may want someone like Jeff to moderate. Jeff who? And how do I get a moderator? You mean in the chat, like moderate the chat? If there's Fox things for $2, put aside emotions, focus on best possible future. Yeah, I can. Well, I mean, I don't. How do I assign a moderator? Cookie Brain says pussy. Hang on a second. Let me get that up. Oh, I'm not reading that. Get Nurkish to be the voice of reason. Nurkish would just tell everybody to shut up. Call people names. How about Edwin? We get Edwin to. Edwin should moderate. I'm down for that. I like Edwin being taking the Jerry Springer role. Really good chef. Thank you for $2. The pumpkin head is too small. Yeah, it is too small. You're right. I mean, the Headless Horseman was really an afterthought, to be fair. I just thought, well, he would come with an action figure, but I don't know what. And I didn't put together the fact that he should definitely be Rainbow Brute's steed until later. Hey, Edwin, are you still in the chat? Yeah, I would like. No, I'm cool with Doug. This is the thing. I'm cool with Doug. Doug's not cool with me. So we're gonna have to have a talk, I guess. I guess we're gonna have to have a talk. All right. That umbrella guy, thanks for $2. Is the set flammable? Asking for a friend. Kidding. You know. Stephen Nelson, EVS, if Comicsgate has multiple other illustrators or other individuals like you, it may be a good idea to air both of your grievances to the group and have them help you arbitrate this. Well, a lot of people are going to be here. Everybody is going to be here. Okay, so it's like the people who, not only the people who are mad at me, but some of the other people who have different opinions, and people, everybody's going to be here, including Zach. And by the way, Zach owes me this. I'm going to let him out of it. I mean, I'm gonna just say, you know what, this is not going to be a good time. You don't have to come if you don't want to. We'll do it again another time. I mean, he's just going to stand there and feel uncomfortable. He's not somebody who wants to take control of this. Rezakai, thanks for $5. I think gatekeeping, in a sense, is already taking place, but not with any one artist or personality. It's with the fans, money, and pledges. Fans buy what they like. Tippy Tail McKitty, thanks for $2. Chris Kyle's Frog Foundation. Duh, does he have a Frog Foundation? Donated to veterans. Yeah, I like that idea too. Yeah. I would donate to veterans, some kind of veterans charity. Just invite Doug on now. Don't let it stew. Well, if I do that, I have to change the chat. Like, I'm on an iPad right now. I'd have to go, in order to invite people into the chat. Yeah. Oh, good. Mitch is here. He said, my evening freed up. I can be the voice of reason, like Kylo Ren to your Snoke. Excellent. Thank you, Mitch. I'm going to need you here. I'm going to need calm voices while I get yelled at by people who are mad at me for, reasons that they could have brought up a year ago. Caustic Soldier, thank you for $2. Got here late. Quick summary. I'm confused. We're having Comicsgate people are upset. That's the update. We're going to do, for silly reasons, we're going to do a big thing tonight. Yeah, so in order to invite somebody on, I have to use my laptop. I don't like using my laptop for several reasons. The audio's weird. I do need to buy a new laptop, and I probably will. Oh, here's Doug Ernst. Excellent. Doug Ernst, I have zero problems with Ethan personally. I will gladly talk to him on the live stream, says Doug Ernst. It sounds pretty personal, Doug. When you're throwing around chairs, when you're talking angry, you're not talking directly to me. You are, ignoring my private messages to you, not responding, but you're saying a lot of stuff live to people who are on Twitter, and they're concerned. You understand that, like, people, Mr. X, thank you for CLP 1000. Invite someone with Gamergate experience like Ian. People see this and they're concerned. It's like people get concerned about this and they get scared. My wife comes down and goes, "You see what Doug Ernst is saying? My stomach doesn't feel so good." You understand? JP4, $2. Thank you. I'm mad you didn't read my super chat. LOL. I missed it. I feel like I'm getting them all along. Doug Ernst says, what private message? I've always responded to you. Check again. I sent a group private message to everyone that's invited tonight. I said, hey guys, keep it all here until we go live tonight. You know who responded to me? Captain Frugal. You know who didn't respond to me? You. You know who else didn't? Captain Cummings, who left the chat. Now, Doug, and I would love to, do you want to just go live, you and me right now? I will turn on my laptop, I will get a new live stream going, and we can get this settled between you and me before we have to deal with everyone tonight. Okay, I'm in Reno today and had movers in my house and no internet. Okay, well, what about now? We can end this chat here. We can start a new chat up. You and me can talk about it. Fuck it, let's do it live. Bill Cipher. Sure. Okay, everyone. Doug, stand by your Twitter. I'm going to send you the link in a second. Guys, we're closing this down. We're going to open up a new chat in about 5 minutes, okay? See ya.